Hello, hello, and welcome to the CTB show. Today is 420 plus 7 days. The weather. Oh, god damn, it's nice out. That third thing. Don't rain on my leg and tell me it's urine. Barry Levinson, you're going to court. Welcome to the show. My name is Evan the Mayor. That is Brian the Levy.
I think right off the bat, I should say you picked the wrong Jew named Barry. I think you meant Barry Glazer, not Barry Levinson.
Yeah, that's part of the joke, Brian. And that's Casey the Kasem.
Oh, good.
Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
Shit. I got nothing.
I got nothing. Summer.
The OG Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
Timely reference. Top of the show plugs, ladies and gentlemen. The new 19th episode of Ziggy Gets It Wrong will be available on YouTube this week. I'm thinking Friday. Currently, it's in a beta phase, a testing phase, if you will. It took me a billion hours to add clips and various screenshots and things to the video, but I think it was well worth it.
It looks great.
It's something I will show to my grandchildren. Just kidding.
Because we'll still be recording.
Right.
Here's my only problem with it, and it's not anything that anyone can control but myself. Because I do the show standing up, I try to bring that standing desk energy to my performance every week. I feel like I look a little twitchy.
A little twitchy, yeah. Like you're on a little bit of meth, small amount.
Yeah, like I'm bouncing around, using my hands a lot.
Well, we have a lot of time to figure that out, especially because, we've all been vaccinated at this point. We could probably do it in meat space, except for you, Casey, because you're a pussy. But, just kidding. But yeah, we have the technology. We can make this work. It'll be fun.
I don't care.
Anyway,
I'm my biggest fan. I loved it.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. I actually laughed at several parts. So that will be in the podcast feed, but also on the YouTube channel. So go to YouTube/user/City That Breeds and subscribe today.
You're going to a party with a smart TV. Just put the television onto the YouTube app and just enjoy it with your friends. Just
sneakily get up on that Roku television and subscribe your friends to our YouTube channel. We need to hit 100.
Do you have an Apple television set? Well, do I have something you must watch? I got a program for you and your Apple television set.
3 guys in panels talking about a show from the 90s.
Have we even hit the 90s yet? I'm not sure.
What happens if we're doing this so long that they actually do reboot Quantum Leap and then we have to start it all over again?
That just means no, Casey. That just means more content.
It's a gift. What happens if they do the thing that I want in my life? Well, I don't know if I'll complain.
We'll probably talk about that. Speaking of things we're going to talk about on the show today, we've got a couple of Baltimore topics as usual. Not as many as normal. In fact, this is a very lopsided television-heavy episode of the CTB show. I don't think you'll be disappointed, as per usual. We might even hit double digits on the YouTubes. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. But as it were today, and I think we need to discuss this topic because what a flash in the pan it was. It was a thing that you and I, Brian, were exposed to. Casey, not so much. But
I saw it. You guys posted it, and then by the time I got to listen to it, it was gone.
I know. It was a sign of the times, just a total sign of the times, like how fast things go in terms of social media and the internet. I get up in the morning, I'm sitting down to my desk.
You step outside?
Yes, I step outside and breathe in the fresh, asthma-inducing air.
It gets real high and it says, show me a good TikTok video.
That's right. Brian posts a TikTok to the CTB Femzone Extreme, or as it is now called, the City That Breeds, a fan group.
A fan group.
I'll change it in another month. Who cares? But yeah, it was a hilarious, air quotes, TikTok that someone had posted entitled, A Day in the Life in Baltimore. The big mistake in the content of this video is that the person lives in our neighborhood. So it was one of those things where it's like, oh, crackheads are out doing drugs and being crackheads. someplace I wanted to go got robbed. People are getting shot with guns, and so forth and so on. All of
And
which
people
was
said, "Hey, that's my cousin.
yeah.
I know his name. I can tell when this happened.
I know exactly who everyone in that video is, and I know exactly where you live. And wow, did it escalated very quickly into some sliding into DMs and calling you a cunt.
But
Did she
only
get
for
did she
about-
get doxxed?
Yes,
Oh
kind
yeah,
of.
real quick.
Very quickly. This wound up. It was a little record speed for doxing, but unfortunately, this person, lady girl, has a personal website with her name all over it and pictures and things like that, and a viral TikTok.
Also, did she get doxxed, or does TikTok just put the user's name right on the side on every video?
Yeah,
all
her
you gotta do is
username was on it, and that's the easiest first place to start. But then through some digital fingerprinting, a lot of the people that lived on the block that she had identified as crackheads were like, "Yeah, that's my family. What the fuck?" And no sooner did that start happening that she put all of her accounts on private, took down her LinkedIn, and the Instagram account that hosted the TikTok video got nuked. It's gone. It is gone, and it had like 34,000 followers. Wow, lightning speed.
I feel like somebody's daddy's lawyer called somebody's Instagram page and said, "Ooh,
Yeah.
buddy,
You better fucking take that shit down." But yeah, I mean the video, you can't see it anymore, but it's really not worth seeing. So
yeah."
whatever.
I mean, it wasn't even like, honestly, it was dumb, but it wasn't like, I mean, because she went after white people. I guess it wasn't like racist. It was stupid, but it wasn't like
no. If this were like
classist, it was
random.
classist.
Was it
but also
irony? Was she trying to be ironic? Because I didn't listen to it, but I was watching part of it. And all I saw was, like,
Casey,
cute puppies.
as I went through her personal website earlier this morning, she managed to write a paper of a little blurb about visiting Dachau, and never once mentioned the word Jew. So no, I don't think it was ironic. I think this is just a clueless young lady.
Well, she was trying to be comedic, but unfortunately made the mistake of trying to be comedic and classist at the same time in an area where if you do that shit, people will fuck you up.
Yeah, don't punch down, especially when the people you're punching down on will firebomb your house.
I was going to say they won't punch down; they will punch straight into your face.
Right.
With knives.
And it really was quick. It was like 90 minutes. It was like 90 minutes of entertainment, and then it was gone.
It was a wild ride, man. Wild ride. I will remember you, and then we'll have some loving footage in memoriam.
There's a fallen over chair, and it says,
"Never forget."
Never forget.
All right, that was a good 4 minutes we just burned right there.
Cool.
But,
that's how we're timing things now. Excellent.
Yeah. And on the show notes, the itinerary, it just says that dumb TikTok girl. Okay.
So, Brian, did you see it on Instagram or TikTok?
I saw it on South Baltimore Complaints, which is its own dumpster fire, and then immediately poached the contents and took it. Saw that it was from that Instagram video. Linked the Instagram video to the fam zone. And that's how that happened, Casey. And then it was gone. And then it was all gone. It was a wild ride.
Moving right along to some other Baltimore-related fuckery, let's just call it that. I was thinking about this today about how, and the reason I was thinking about this, and it kind of links to the topic we know and love called Well, It's Been, which I guess we're just going to do right now. This past weekend, went out and about, went out to Fells Point. All the white people were out, fanning their spring fans.
Fanning their fannies.
Fanning their fannies. Number one, I realized that, I don't know anybody anymore. All the people I came up with in the city when I moved here into my mid-20s are now long gone. They're all out in the counties raising children. Casey! And, just everyone. And I was just looking around. I'm like, fuck, everyone here is 25 and between 25 and 32.
I made a completely new group of friends because of it.
Right. Well, my question is it time to make some new friends?
Well, I mean, you can still come up and be my friends.
Yes, of course. I'm just saying in addition to, new people. Fresh blood.
You know what? I would love a reason to go to One Star Country Club on a Friday night. In 6 months or so when everyone's vaccinated.
Because those people want to hang out with us.
Why not?
I don't know.
At this point, we're old. They'll be like, yo, buy him a Jaeger bomb. I'll be like, yeah, do you get to do like these new designer drugs I'm hearing so much about? Like,
I got that crocodile.
What's fentanyl really like is what I'm wondering.
Is it as crazy as I heard on the CNNs? On the 60 Minutes?
Right. Hello, fellow youths. Hey, fellow kids. It's like, what is it time to sign up for kickball again?
Ugh.
The CDC says yes. CDC says it's fine.
To join a kickball team?
All right, Casey, you're going to be on our team?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a hike for me, but
no, it's not.
I don't have a car. Me and Brian, you're the only one with a car, Evan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm not giving you guys rides.
Casey, we can ride our bikes to it.
But yeah, the CDC says if you're outside, it's okay.
Good. Should have been the guidance the entire damn time. But my other thing is we went to a little eatery called LP Steamers, a well-known destination for seafood in the city. And we got some crab fluff, which is basically a crab cake wrapped in funnel cake batter and deep fried. It's delightful. But it got me thinking that Baltimore is more than overdue for another dish that Baltimore is identified with. I don't think we've had a new one since the 70s or something like that.
I don't think. Here's a hot take. No one in Maryland or Baltimore cared about either crab cakes or football until Wedding Crashers told us to.
I don't know. People were pretty rabid about the Colts.
They liked football. They didn't care about crab cakes.
No, I think people definitely cared about crab cakes, but maybe not about as much as picking crabs.
Right, but
it depends on who you ask. My mom really loves the soft crab sandwich. Which, these are all iconic dishes. I just feel like we need to go to the Baltimore Food Lab and come up with something fucking new, because I'm tired of hearing about Cotties, crab fluff, hard crabs, crab imperial,
burger cookies.
I don't know 3 people who are more qualified to come up with.
Yes.
Baltimore
you know
food.
what? You know who's qualified to do some fucking food content, Casey? This podcast. I don't know about some other dumb fucking content generators sticking their noses out in some fucking Baltimore satire, thinking that they're so fucking great. Like, oh, do you like to go to this place to eat this certain food? Fuck those guys. Yeah, Casey, we're the food people. We're the food people, Casey. You're fucking right.
So we're not going to reach out to a friend of the show, Suzanne Loudermilk, or John Hauser?
What do you mean?
What? I mean, we could do a team up.
Oh yeah, well that's fine.
We got to workshop it. We got to workshop it, and then we bring it to the table.
I was sending a message out to a certain thing, who just did a thing with a certain place about certain foods. Maybe on Instagram. Maybe we texted about them and how did they team up with those people to do this thing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe Brian really did take meth.
the wing contest on Baltimore Humor.
Oh no, was that a wing? No, that was I thought that was crab cakes.
Whatever it was.
Well, their March Madness or whatever.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, it was astonishing to me that they somehow got linked up with Fox 45.
I think what this show needs is an old-fashioned radio feud.
Oh, a radio feud? I was going to say a good old-fashioned ad campaign.
Oh well, maybe we'll see what happens.
See what happens.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, I think we're long overdue for a new dish, a new sensation.
Well, what do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm just sort of this thought is in its infancy. But I'll tell you what. As far as food is concerned, Nugget Fest 2021
Well, I know
is
what
in
the
its
food
infancy.
is.
What's
All right,
that?
no. Here
it is.
What?
The food should be Julius fish peppers, stuffed fish peppers.
Yes. Oh, hello,
I was
Julius.
thinking we would make it the chicken nuggets, and then that's how we make all of our money.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
It's
I
Nugget
think
Fest.
it's gonna make some money. That's for sure. We are teaming up with a local promo company to get a bigger venue, an outdoor venue, by the way. So,
But I mean, but if the Baltimore dish is chicken nuggets, Nugget Fest, chicken
just
nuggets.
chicken nuggets.
But dinosaur-shaped nuggets only.
Yeah.
No. Oriole and Raven shaped
Ooh.
chicken nuggets.
With Julius J. Fish pepper sauce on them.
They right into the Julius fish peppers, fish pepper breadcrumb dino nuggets.
Panko Korean fried.
Honestly, I fucking would eat the shit out of that. Some gourmet fucking fish pepper nuggets.
So Julius, aka, which episode of Heart to Heart was your favorite?
That's business time. HCL looker.
Uh-huh.
I like the one where they went to the place and had to solve the murder.
Ooh, that was a good one.
So good. So good.
Mm.
Then there was that
Delightful.
other time that they were talking to that guy, and he was a real dickhead. And guess what? He ended up being a murderer.
I know it took a lot of sleuthing on, Mary Hart and John
It
Hart.
was not Mary Hart. Mary Hart and John Tesh in Heart to Heart. Heart to Tesh.
I mean, as you know, you did compose this banger.
Sax on the Beach by the classic album by John Tesh.
Remember the internet theory that John Tesh was an alien?
Wasn't he in Star Trek, like an episode or something?
Oh, I don't know. That's
I
one of
think
those
he
tall
was.
aliens.
He's in something weird. Like, I want to say he's in Saving Private Ryan, but really I think that's Ted Danson. But, like, John Tesh, Casey, do us a favor. Let's IMDb up some John Tesh over there, please.
John Tesh.
Yeah. See, maybe I'm almost positive he played like an admiral in Star Trek or some shit. What about like that time that everybody said Michael Jackson was an alien, and then he was in Men in Black to to pretend like he was, but so really to throw you off the scent. Can I tell you, I posted some flat earther stuff to the Fam Zone the other day.
Yeah.
That shit. I had to join Telegraph because I wasn't getting enough like of this like weird ass shit. Like, I need to make sure I was going straight to the source.
Are you going to get back on Parler when it comes back?
Have I been radicalized? Is this what happening? Casey, what did we find out about John Tesh?
What do you need to know about him?
Was he in Star Trek or what?
Is he an alien?
Yes.
No. We're talking about the pianist, correct? And composer of pop music?
Yes.
I guess. Is
Yeah.
that
Co-host
He's
of
got a
Entertainment
really-
Tonight. Where have you been, Casey?
He's got a really weird book. And since 2014, he's hosted Intelligence for Your Life TV with his wife, which
Oh.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, we gotta look that up.
I think John Tesh is vaguely Christian. Like,
Yeah, I think he's New Agey type Christian.
He
He's
does, like-
Baptist. He was raised Baptist, and like his book is about like faith and stuff.
wow, you found all this information, but not the fact that he was the host of Entertainment Tonight for 15 years.
Are we?
With Mary Hart's legs.
Okay, that is the first thing. That's like the
That is
footnote.
the
Okay, I'm
first
sorry. Tesh appeared in the Icarus Factor, an episode of The Next Gen, playing a Klingon warrior. He also appeared as himself in a 1987 episode of the daytime serial Santa Barbara.
I feel like John Tesh is also a guy who showed up on like Lois and Clark. You know, like
Yeah, as some weird villain.
yeah, I'm like,
Hello,
hey, it's
I
me.
am the keyboard master.
It's me, Brainiac. Yo, I'm John Tess.
Yeah,
My
right,
huge
right.
noggin.
But
Do
on
you
his
think-
Wikipedia page, it's like this much, like really teeny tiny about Entertainment Tonight, and then like this much of like music.
Yeah.
Well, he's a very famous saxophonist.
No, that's Kenny G.
Oh, it's not both of them?
I don't know.
Me neither. No, not.
He's like
Could
he's
you
put
imagine
out
them
an
getting
album.
into a sax off?
Yes. Is it like scissoring, but with saxophone?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like fucking like.
And the harder they blow at each other, like the friction starts like glowing the mouthpiece. Wow.
And then the only person who can stop the destructive force is Chuck Mangione with his French horn.
I was going to say
Put
Michael
out
Bolton for
almost-
some reason.
He's put out almost one studio album a year since 1987.
Prolific.
The man works.
Can we stop talking about this?
Sure, I guess.
Because I got one more Baltimore topic, which is somewhat earnest, and it kind of sucks. But we don't need to spend more than 4 or 5 minutes talking about it. Yeah, because the most recent census data, or at the very least, like 2019 data about Baltimore City's population came out, and it is bad. We lost roughly 27,000 residents, not through death, but through attrition, assuming a lot
Where'd they
of them
go?
left the city.
The county?
Yeah, probably somewhere like that. Not sure, but between the years, Casey, it was all you.
It's on me.
Yeah, but between the end of 2009 and the end of 2019, we lost that many people. I think after the events of 2015, I would not be surprised if we lost at least $6,000 just that year.
Yeah.
But it's bad because the more people we lose, that means the fewer federal funds that we get. Even though we are still, in terms of industry, one of the most important port cities on the Eastern Seaboard. Now we've got an Amazon distribution center. We've got a FedEx distribution center. We've got a lot of reasons that we should be propped up in terms of our enterprise. But yeah, the people don't want it.
What happens? I have a question.
Yeah.
What happens if nobody lives in like a city?
You mean like Detroit?
Or like, okay, I have a question. Have you ever seen the motion picture Escape from New York?
I'm sorry, Brian. That was a documentary, not a motion picture.
That's fair enough. What happens if what if like there's no one lives in the city and like it's just like how many people live in Baltimore now? 3,000?
Yes, at least. No, the exact number at this point is now 593,490, down from 620,770 April 1st, 2010 or 2010. Yes.
When does a city? How many people can live in a city before it stops being viable?
I mean, look at Detroit. Like, it kind of happened. They had city council meetings.
That like I know anything.
Okay, in Detroit, and watch the documentary, and it's a literal documentary called Detropia. There are city council meetings in which, they're getting up there and they're saying, "Listen, these parts of the city are effectively abandoned. If you need help from city services, we ain't got nothing for you." They basically
there was the sheriff too. Was the sheriff or the police commissioner saying like, "You better arm yourselves because if you got a problem, we're not going to get to you in time."
Right. Not only that, but there are sections of the city that are statistically speaking abandoned, and it's like, well, are we going to maintain the water pipes? Are we going to do this and that and the other? What they tried to encourage people to do was move and coalesce into larger groups of people to, make an effort to centralize, to make it easier to disperse resources and things like that. And yeah, if you do some like Google 3D Maps tours of Detroit, like there are parts that are just flat out just empty. I mean, just empty.
I have another question. How long until nature reclaims Baltimore?
Baltimore? Well, I mean, there are parts where you can find trees growing out of windows and stuff like that.
Oh, I know. It's so cool. I want to live in a house like that. It makes you feel like Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Like Hook.
All of the whimsy.
Call me Lethio.
But yeah, just the other day I tweeted out a video from
Fuck you, Casey.
1953 entitled "The Baltimore Plan," where it was like a pseudo documentary of how the neighborhood groups and city government formed basically a housing court where if you were a landlord and you allowed your property to fall into disrepair, they would fine you until you repaired it. And they established this system where each neighborhood had like block captains, and they were in charge of all the beautification and restoration of those blocks. I don't know what happened to that. It was almost 70 years ago, but there are portions of the west and the east side that could probably use a couple of those block captains now. But we also only have a 47% occupancy rate on all available houses in the city. I didn't realize it was that low. It is so bad.
We're doing fine.
But yeah, but that's why like the White L, all the neighborhoods that are relatively intact, like the houses are so insanely expensive now, is because in other areas where there are no amenities or anything nice necessarily, it's like, yeah, you could buy this empty shell for $5,000, but that's it.
But the pipes don't get to your door.
No, not really. Anyway, sorry guys. It's a little bummer.
Well, better cheer ourselves up then.
I was going to say, cheer ourselves up with the internet sensation. Give me the track. Sweeping the nation, it's time for shout-outs.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, ladies and germs, this is the part of the show in which we give Matt props, aka shout-outs to persons, places, and things that are improving our quality of life and giving us jollies. Casey, take it away from the internet Facebook group known as the City That Breeds, Fanbone, blah.
So Evan says, shout out to Casey for mixing it up this week.
Yes. Casey had a Friday the movie inspired shout out solicitation.
Andy says, shout out to Spite Ice Cream. Can you elaborate on this? Because you seem to understand this.
Yeah,
I don't. This is above my head.
Yeah, very long story short, there's an asshole realtor in the area of Federal Hill who opened an ice cream shop days before another ice cream shop opened across the street from them. So now the Federal Hill area, which had 0 ice cream shops, now has 3+ ice cream shops within the course of a year. It's weird. But the guy who is a general dickhead, I'm not going to mention his name, has a long history of being a dickhead. That's it.
Okay. And Jeff says, shout out to Nacho Mama's Chicken Chesapeake Quesadilla. Sounds delicious.
Might have to roll on up there and check it out, because I have not been to Nacho Mama's in a very long time.
And I say, shout out to the weather. It's beautiful.
For now.
Go outside.
Yes, please do.
And then next week it'll be hot.
Yeah, 900,000 degrees. My shout out this week is to the Internet Archive. Wow. Been watching a lot, including the aforementioned Baltimore Plan video, but harvesting all of those commercials from the 80s and 90s that are semi-specific to the Baltimore region has been a labor of love, just like Ziggy Gets It Wrong Video Edition.
And I must give Evan a shout out for doing a wonderful job on the Ziggy Gets It Wrong Video Edition. You should see him glow when we compliment him. It's all he wants to hear.
26-minute video that took me like 8 hours to do.
You know?
Jesus. Oh.
You're an influencer now.
If you say so.
Lots of people say so.
Ooh. Is that all the shout-outs we've got?
That is all the shout-outs.
Wow. All right. A quickie, but a goodie. All right, that's been shout-outs. All right, moving right along to the next portion of the show. It's what we like to call Pop Culture Roundup. Blah. Am I the only one that has notes on this week? Does anyone else have a pop culture topic?
Casey and I both saw Mortal Kombat, and we both loved it.
I saw it as well, and I didn't necessarily love it, but I did enjoy it.
Casey told me it's the best movie he's ever seen. He said that up yours combined Godfather and Godfather 2.
Uh-huh.
You know,
some of the greatest video game movies of all time.
Godfather is
believe
based
what
on
happened.
the Godfather saga, War of the Five Families. I'm pretty sure that's what I gave you.
What Brian said was that you loved it, and then I said, "Okay, when does the good part start?" And I was three quarters of the way through the movie.
I was supremely fucked up. I was pretty drunk watching that movie.
That may have some influence on your.
I will tell
perception.
you that the good part started in the very first fight scene, which it's happening in ancient Japan. As soon as Scorpion picked up a rope and a garden spade, and then I was like, "Yeah, I'm in. I'm great. This is fantastic."
Excuse me, Brian. I believe it was a kunai.
Whatever. I'm not some fucking. What's it called? Like a weebo or something.
I don't know. I thought it was a kunai. Anyway, yeah, kind of a slow movie. The fight scenes were good. They were very bloody and violent, and
you don't get to that till the end. You have the one in the beginning, and then it's like you don't really have much till the end.
Okay, here's one of the things I love. When they were fighting, when they were practicing, at one point, one of the guys just got down low and started sweeping the leg like 5 times.
Yeah,
that's something that happens when you play the game.
Yes,
that was
true.
fun.
I think that was kind of like, there were a couple of Easter eggs in the movie, and I think that was definitely one of them, because when I was playing in the arcade, there was always that like one brat 9-year-old that would just keep sweeping the leg, and like, God damn it, stop doing that.
Just like fucking wreck you. They didn't do enough crouching and uppercutting.
Yeah.
So that
there was only one uppercut in the movie.
I loved Reptile.
I
thought it was great. I thought the whole thing was just a fucking wonderful time.
I was disappointed that the amount of set pieces was not nearly enough. Because despite the fact that the individual fights that were kind of like, we're just magically teleporting everywhere all at once to fight individually against our foes, there were really only like 3 or...
I didn't love the amount of sets. I wanted, because it all happened, like the big fight all happened, like just all at one time. Everybody fought somebody individually, but all at the same time. And it was all like in that like desert stadium thing. Yeah. I needed more of the fantasy world shit.
Right,
like,
right, exactly.
Do you know what this movie lacked?
Hold on, Casey. Let me say just this. The final
six-armed giant.
The final battle of the movie took place in like a fucking warehouse. I mean, or a gym. It was a gym. I'm sorry.
It was an MMA gym.
Yeah.
You know what the movie lacked? For being a movie based on a video game with a tournament, it lacked the tournament.
The tournament. Yeah, the whole movie was about like, we're gonna stop the tournament from happening by killing everyone.
You know what? I accept that. That's fine because there is still a tournament involved. They just don't ever get that fireworks factor. But they still had a big fight. They didn't just poochie it up. They kind of did poochie it up the whole time. Everybody was asking, "Hey, where's that guy whose name I can't remember who is in Johnny Cage?"
Right. Yeah, I was massively disappointed that Scorpion didn't show up until like the last 8 minutes.
I was super confused. I don't remember the game as much, and I could have I thought Cole Young. I thought he was a character in the game, and I'm wondering who he is. And he's not. He's a new guy. I thought he was Scorpion. Or gonna be Scorpion.
He's like Scorpion's like boyfriend,
grandson.
Grandson. That's the word.
No, not grandson.
Or great
grandson.
Boyfriend. That was way off.
Boyfriend. Great boyfriend.
I miss you so much, Scorpion. Come back to me. Right? Isn't that what that movie was about? Like I said, I have been drinking.
Is Scorpion's Great Boyfriend the title of the episode?
Scorpion's Great Boyfriend, absolutely.
I think so.
But I don't know. It was okay. It's been a long time since I've seen the original. I could have swore the original was better, but the internet seems to disagree.
Yeah,
we watched the original like 2 years ago or something.
I told Casey we had rewatched it semi-recently, and 2 years is semi-recently for people of our age. But I think the practical effects in that movie hold up really well, like the Goro puppet and whatnot. But the digital effects are 1996. They're crap. They're bad. And the plot itself it's fun. I think plot-wise, it's better than this recent Mortal Kombat.
Because you know what it had? An actual tournament.
It had a tournament. There was a ghost ship. Shang Tsung says it has begun. We
Yeah,
used
they
it
don't
on our show.
They don't say it has begun a new one.
They don't.
They do say get over here.
They say get over here. They say flawless victory. They
Yes.
say fatality.
Kano wins. Kano wins.
Kano wins was good.
That was so cheesy.
But I liked that they did actually use some of the fatalities from the video game franchise.
Oh, I thought the blood and guts are fucking awesome.
Yeah, Goro got lit up. Like his guts fell out. It was I was like, whoa.
Wow.
So is he going to be in the new like the next game? Is that character going to be in the game now?
Oh, Cole.
Yeah,
Cole Hauser.
Cole Young, I think his name is.
Hey, here I am in Goodwill Hunting. I'm Cole Hauser.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
what it sounds like.
It's me, Cole
Wow,
Hauser.
I thought, whoa, Cole Hauser's on this podcast right now? Because I heard his voice.
I was also in Dazed and Confused.
Oh, what? Wait, for the longest time, I thought that him and Matthew McConaughey were like brothers because they're the same guy.
No. That's Casey Affleck and Ben Affleck.
Oh, the Afflecks.
And Joaquin Phoenix, interestingly enough. Don't ask me about that. He was adopted.
Luke and Owen Wilson.
Summer Phoenix married her.
All right, so having said all of the things that we've said about the Mortal Kombat movie, I came upon a list of 45 video game movies ranked from worst to best.
Okay. There were 45 movies.
Well, Casey, are you aware? I'm sorry, Casey and Brian, are you aware of the director named Uwe Boll, spelled Uweboll?
Of course, he's like the worst director in the world, right?
Correct. So several of these movies, and for some reason he decided that he wanted to make video game movies. I think he made one or two that were not. But he holds, I think, the most listings on this list, but I could be wrong because he could be right behind Paul W.S. Anderson, who did all of the Resident Evil movies that are very poorly rated.
What are is it like the top 5 the best or the bottom 5 the best?
The top 5 are the best, and shockingly,
go straight to the top 5.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what number 1 is. It's the Angry Birds 2 movie.
Never seen
this is from the Rotten Tomatoes website. I've looked at other lists and they don't agree.
They don't agree.
They don't agree on this one.
All right, what's number 2?
Detective Pikachu.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
I saw 3/4 of Detective Pikachu on a plane coming home from Costa Rica, and I didn't hate it. I thought it was kind of
it
was kind of
and so much. Here's the most important part: the last quarter of it is fucking bonkers.
Right, and that's the quarter I didn't see.
It is way better than it has any right to be. It's
a movie I've seen. It's a movie I've seen, Casey. All right, what's next? What's 3?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
The new one.
Didn't see it.
Wait,
what's
there is
4?
an old one.
There's only one.
What's 4?
And then followed by Mortal Kombat 2021, and then followed by.
But Casey, the distinction here is that only the top 3 are rated fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. As soon as we hit Mortal Kombat 2021, it's 55% currently on the RT.
And what's 5?
5 is
Tomb Raider.
Alicia Vikander Tomb Raider.
Where's Doom on this list?
It's pretty far down.
Where is Super Mario Brothers?
Also
Super
very
Mario
far
Brothers
down.
is number 20.
Where is Hitman, starring Timothy Olyphant?
That's toward the bottom.
One at a time, Brian.
Well, Casey, good news. I don't remember anymore.
Doom is 29.
Hitman's 32 at 16%. There's a lot of animated Pokemon films on here, which doesn't really make sense. Because Pokemon isn't just a video game; it's also like a 2 million episode anime series.
What about Resident Evil number 1?
The first one?
Which is there's a good
13.
one, isn't there?
13.
Is it 2 or 3? There's a good one.
There's not a good one.
Oh.
They're all bad.
I've never seen it. Well,
but at the bottom of the list, in number 45, an Uwe Boll film is Alone in the Dark, starring Christian Slater at 1%, followed by, at 44, Mortal Kombat: Annihilation, the sequel 1997, which I saw in the theater and I almost threw up.
Hardcore disagree. That's a good movie.
No, it is not.
It's
Brian.
unfinished. Recently found out it was unfinished.
Yeah, Casey, make us aware of this. I was previously unaware.
So, according to the article I was reading earlier today, what happened was that they were testing the screening the movie, and whatever audience they showed it to apparently loved the movie. So the studio said, "Screw it, we don't need to pay to finish the CGI. Let's just put it out now." And
Weird.
that's what they did.
No one will notice.
All right, and that is that list. And moving right along, we've got a finale to discuss briefly: the Captain America and Winter Soldier finale.
I loved it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
But the internet didn't.
I was really worried. I was really worried there was too much that they had to cover.
A little bit. For the internet.
I was worried there was too much to cover, and they nailed it. Like, I don't know how they managed to fit it all in one episode, but they did.
I thought it was really weird that fake Steve Rogers, Kurt Russell's son, showed up out of being disgraced, and everyone's like, okay, you're here.
Yeah,
all right.
That was my only complaint about it. It just seemed like they totally brushed over the fact that he, was, kicked out of the military, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we're okay."
Well, we were really mad at you for cutting that guy in half, but now you're here with your fake shield, and your name is U.S. Agent now, and we're good.
We're
good.
Which immediately they make a big deal of the fact that he's making his own shield in a garage, and then he uses it, and then literally in 2 minutes it's destroyed. Well,
I don't think you're supposed to take the shields. I don't think you're supposed to take the shield seriously, Casey. I think you're supposed to be like, "Oh, this guy is woo, oh boy,
he's a little intense."
Little cuckoo.
Little cuckoo.
For Cocoa Puffs. But anyway, really looking forward. They're making it Cap 4. They tapped the showrunner of this to write it. So, looking forward to that. That's going to be cool.
Yep, sure. Yeah. Like I was saying about these other Captain America properties, I think Civil War is my favorite because it involves the most characters and has epic battle scenes.
Winter Soldier is my...
I just didn't care really about it.
I loved
that
it
much. I don't know. I think I'm more into the galactic stuff and the epicry.
Sure.
Interested to see the new Thor movie, starring Lady Thor.
Well, did you see who's what's his Russell Crowe, who he's playing?
No.
Zeus.
Ugh. What? Wait, I thought Zeus died in the third one or whatever.
No, that's Odin.
Oh.
Zeus is Greek. Greek.
So does that mean Hercules is going to show up?
Instead of Asgard, where are they from? Greek
Olympus.
Olympus. Okay.
Olymp ass,
so
if you catch my
drift. Olymp ass, title of the episode. What are they What are the Greek gods and the not Greek gods, the ones that are just copies of the Greek gods, do when they meet each other? Like, hey, Neptune, what are you doing? Huh?
Don't Thor and Hercules have a conflict or some sort of rivalry in the comics?
Yeah, but they're like frenemies. They're buds. They're like.
And sorry, by not Greek gods, I meant Roman gods.
They're they're Avengers and stuff together. So they're work friends.
Couldn't that be a fun movie series, kind of like that stupid kid who's half Greek god or whatever, the lightning thief guy,
Percy Jackson?
Yeah, Percy Jack. They should just make a series of movies where it's the Justice League, but they're Greek gods.
Well, I'm trying to think that exists. I'm sure that there must be some kind of Greek Justice League at some point. Hey, it's me. It's Superman. Hey.
Would you like some spanakopita? I'm very hairy. Let me rub some olive oil all over.
Hey, it's me. I'm Wonder Woman.
I don't know. I would like a God of War movie, like a really well done God of War movie. I don't
know what that is, Casey.
I can't believe if they can make a God of War style movie out of the video game Dante's Inferno or Dante or whatever the hell it was called. They could sure as shit make a CGI God of War movie that would be pretty badass.
I've been playing Breath of the Wild 4 years later.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cinematic game.
Very,
Thanks,
It's
man.
sweeping, very epic.
It's taking fucking forever, and some of it's just too hard. I just don't want to do it.
You poor baby. All
Yeah,
right, we
shut
got
up then.
well, maybe one or two more things to cover here. I know nobody has seen this movie. It's on Plex. It is for rent. The movie is entitled, and the actual movie is not as important as the sort of follow-on topic that I would like to discuss. But there's a movie entitled Chaos Walking, which is out now.
Is this the Tom? Is this the Tom Hardy?
Tom
Not
Holland.
Tom Holland.
Hardy. Tom Hardy. Yes. Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley, and Mads Mikkelsen in a movie. And here is the very, very nutshell version. It's basically a YA film. It's based on a trilogy of books that are YA, as far as I know. And here's the conceit. Okay, it's a planet where you can see and hear all of the men's thoughts.
So it's What Women Want?
Yes, starring Mel Gibson. Except you can see the thoughts as well as hear them.
What does C mean?
You can when men are like thinking out loud, you can see little things coming out of their head, but you can also hear what they're thinking through your own head. And they call it noise. And some of the people that have control over their noise are so good at it that they can make illusions show up. We did not make it through the entire movie because Plex crashed, but the main point for this is that this movie has a wild discrepancy of reviews on the internet. On Rotten Tomatoes, I think it has like a 40-something with the critics, or possibly lower, but among the audience, it's like an 82. And on IMDb, it's like a 5.5. On Google, it's like a 3.8. So this thing is all over the goddamn place. I don't know what to think about it. It is directed by Doug Liman.
Director of Super Trait? What's the director of Moon? No.
Moon?
Who's Doug Liman?
Doug Liman has produced...
He's the creator of Sprite.
Yes. From the long line of lemon lime producers, Doug Liman. No, his first credit as a director is Swingers. And he...
you getting in.
Sorry, yeah, that's 1994, but his first known credit is Swingers among, the populi. He has directed 24 films. Not all of them are great, but we will go through them because it's just wild swings in quality. But he has produced like 48 credits to his name, a lot of TV stuff. He directed 2 episodes of The O.C., Brian.
Well, I love him.
Which he went from The Bourne Identity to The O.C. Like,
but which episodes?
One called The Model Home and the pilot episode.
Oh, so 2 of the best episodes. Got it. Yeah.
I would
Makes
hope
sense
so.
to me.
But
the Model Home
he literally went from The O.C. to Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh.
He did the pilot episode of Heist, a show I've never heard of. Then he did the TV movie version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And here's where it gets dicey. He has a minor slip with the film Jumper, which was not good. Could have been good, but it was not good. And then
wasn't there a follow-up YouTube series?
I don't know, but the next movie he brings out that it's got to be his best one, and it's debatable. Edge of Tomorrow, love that fucking movie.
Oh yes,
that is a great movie. I cannot wait until there is a sequel.
It's in pre-production.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey now. And then he kind of goes off. He kind of goes off the radar a bit with a TV series called Invisible, a documentary called Reckoning with Torture, a movie I think called The Wall, and then some other crap I've never heard of. And it's just the pre-production title of Live Die Repeat is Live Die Repeat and Repeat.
Live Die Repeat.
Yeah, repeat more. So anyway, that's Doug Liman. This Chaos Walking thing, if and when it comes out on Amazon Prime for free, I don't not recommend it. It has some interesting.
Did you spend money on this?
No.
Oh.
No. Not gonna do it. Not gonna.
Good.
Nagada. Chickapee.
Not gonna.
There was recently another Tom Holland movie. I think The Devil Is Everywhere or something like that.
Oh,
That I thought that this movie was kind of similar to. That was a terrible movie.
really?
Um,
Well, I
yeah, and
also
there's
heard mixed reviews of that movie called like Cherry or whatever, where he's a veteran with addiction and stuff. I don't know.
he's got really like, I don't know. I feel like he like gets done doing Spider-Man, and he's like, I gotta go do something like really serious, and it's just depressing and
Right.
yeah, not good.
Well, at least he's not doing that Daniel Radcliffe thing where his follow-up to being a wizard, Harry, is Equus.
His name is
Those are
F.
play.
Equus, the stage play. A guy who fucks horses.
Yeah, his dong's out like half the thing.
Or, yeah. Or, wait, does he get fucked by horses, or does he fuck? I don't remember.
I think he falls in love with the horse.
Yes. No, there's some horse murder. Or no, I haven't read the play since I was in high school, and I think it's really weird that we read that
It's
play in high school.
interspecies erotica, okay?
It is, yes, it is. With minor flashes of interhuman erotica that end in bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that kind of topic makes me a little angry. It makes me a little venti.
Oh, I'm so vented.
You're still vented? Okay. Makes me a little pissed offy. Makes me want to go right ahead and tell everyone to shut up.
We're going to let the band deal with this.
All right, folks, this is the end of the show in which we give persons, places, and things that are lowering our quality of life and generally deproving it a literal or proverbial shut up. Brian, stop being cheeky. Stop it. Knock it off. Shut up to Brian for being cheeky. Casey, what do we got from the Fam Zone?
Jeff says, shut up to foreign language films on Netflix with horribly dubbed English.
Uh-oh.
Liz says, shut up to Fairfax County PD for hiring Kevin Davis.
That's a low blow. You know what? I never really had a problem with that guy. I mean, he wasn't progressive. He's a white dude. I don't know. Like, I don't think he knew what he was getting into coming in from PG County to Baltimore City and then having to deal with Freddie Gray and the subsequent events. And I know that he was fired specifically because of the rise in crime after such a thing. But him and Catherine Pugh were friends. I remember sitting in a bar where he was sitting when she got elected, and they chatted on the phone for like 35 minutes. And, I mean, good luck to Fairfax. I don't think they're going to be in hot water with him at the helm. Because Fairfax is not exactly Baltimore City.
My opinion of him was greatly impacted by Fenton's book. Especially like this, the piece where he brings them all into the auditorium and tells them to get crime under control. However they
do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, belated shout out to Fenton's appearance on the Tom Hall program on WYPR. You can find it on the website.
My shut up is to the Mortal Kombat movie because it gave me the urge to go out and buy the new Mortal Kombat game.
The
So
11th Mortal Kombat game.
Yes, the 11th
Which
one.
has fucking RoboCop in it.
I have it too, Casey.
It was on sale, so I think I got like all the characters and was it Injustice 2?
Oh wow.
The one with the DC characters?
Yeah. Where you can do Joker's fatality on some cross-universe character.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should be fun.
Cool.
But that's
Cool.
it. That's all the shut-ups.
Cool. My shut-up is to video editing. Wow. It takes a very long time. A very long time. If only there were a better way, which I'm sure there is, and I just have yet to discover it. But I'm getting better. Brian, what do you got?
Hey, shout out to people who come down to an Oriole game and then write Facebook posts about how they are, scared of being in downtown Baltimore. Eat shit and die, dude. Went to the O's game. Went to the O's game this weekend. Had a fucking wonderful time. Eerie as fuck being in that stadium, man. It is empty. But some guy walked right into it. David Simon teed him up, and it was really nice to see. But shut up to that dude.
Yeah, I think after I make this bomb sound effect, and that is officially the end of Shut Ups, we should read that tweet. Casey, can you get to it very quickly on the Fam Zone?
Hurry, 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 Casey, Casey, Casey.
Let's sing the Hurry Casey, 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 Casey song. Hurry up
It's
and
the
find
hurry,
that tweet
hurry,
by David
Casey, Casey,
Simon.
hurry, hurry, Casey song. I was a Curry Casey.
I have it. So, Rich,
Okay.
you want me to read the original tweet?
Please.
Yeah, read the original
Yeah,
and then
the-
David Simon's quote tweet. It's brilliant.
Went to my first MLB game of the COVID-19 era last night. It was sad. Constant harping to put your mask on. The majority of seats were zip tied, so you couldn't sit in them. I didn't feel unsafe because of COVID. However, I did feel unsafe being in downtown.
Baltimore.
David Simon's response. And you should, because in this town, when we get the descent of some pouty, opining suburban lawn liquor, we pause our intramural violence gang up, pull his khakis to his ankles, and pluck every last hair off his tiny nuts with COVID-encrusted tweezers. Now get back to the county.
That's right. Screw that guy.
Man, he got, and my tweet to David Simon was, yes, hello, 911. I would like to report a savage beating. Oh, it's good. It's so good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 359th episode of the CTB show. Lots of good content coming forthwith. We got new Ziggy Gets It Wrong, which will drop later this week. If you have not watched it on the YouTube, well, this will be your first opportunity, so please do that, because it took me a fuckload of time to put together, and it's very fun. You can watch the episodes for free on NBC.com. That's
Or
about
the
it. Anybody
Roku
else?
channel.
Oh, yeah, that too. Anybody else got any parting thoughts?
No.
No? Okay. Casey, anything?
Mm,
Take care of each other and yourselves.
Be excellent to each other.
That too. Have a great day and a better tomorrow.